Hi, my name is Felix Valencia. In this program, we'll be going over medium range. We'll be going over righty, cruzada, knife to knife, and also the 12 angles of attack. So let's get started. First off, let's go over the angles of attack, the 12 angles of attack from the Lameco Eskrima system. Hi, my name is Felix Valencia. In this program, we'll be going over medium range. We'll be going over righty, cruzada, knife to knife, and also the 12 angles of attack. So let's get started. First off, let's go over the angles of attack, the 12 angles of attack from the Lameco Eskrima system. First one will be 1 slash. And this is to the temple of the head of your opponent. Whenever you have the weapon hand, it's the front leg. This is the front leg side from a forward strike. Now when you go a backhand strike, this leg goes back and this becomes the forward leg, and this goes to the knee. So this is number 2. Number 3 will be to the opposite knee. You go forward. And then number 4, opposite temple, backhand. And then number 5 will be a straight thrust. Number 6 will be a slash to the elbow, backhand. And number 7, palm up, forward slash to the opposite side of the elbow. Now 8 and 9 is a little bit tricky. They go together. 8 will be a thrust, but with palm up and at this angle. So when you go forward, 8, 9 is a slash. 10, 11 is the same thing. 10 is a forward, and then slash. And then your favorite number in any system you do will be a number 12, center line, either down or up. So let me go over it really fast. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 down or 12 up. Now, in this part of the program, I'm going to introduce the grips, the different grips and variations of holding the knife. We call this a saber grip, where it's more towards holding it this way, back, reinforce the puño or the end of the handle into the palm, and a little bit forward. This is great for slashing, thrusting, and doing all kinds of counters with this. Now we call this the full grip, a death grip. And this is because you feel you're going to lose a grip or your hands are sweaty, you want a positive grip. This is for actually just hacking away and use it as a strong cut. In reality, in a knife fight or any counter, you try, your mentality is to get the full blade on this, on a person. But in reality, you want to get at least this much, at least half or the tip, at least half an inch of the tip on the person, only because it goes through. If you go full blade, you end up hitting your knuckles and get damage, knuckle to knuckle, or he counters you because your mentality is totally reaching out. Now he could get to your hands. Now we go into ice pick. Every time I see people do ice pick, they always hold with a full grip this way, which is a lot of times incorrect, only because when you go down something like a chest cavity with a bone, or you miss and you hit the wall, this happens. You run your hand on the blade. You end up impaling yourself on your hands. It takes forever to be corrected, and a surgeon has a hard time to put it back together, and just the recovery time takes months. Always remember to put a stopper, and it's just putting a thumb on it. So when you go anything hard, it doesn't run down. It stops it right then and there. And people always say to fight with the blade down the forearm, which is good, but this is on a century takeout. When you're trying to hide and coming from behind a person, the person's not ready for you, and you want to just, hide the blade and do the attack. But remember, when you go riding, you have two choices on medium range: ice pick or the saber grip. And I'll have Matt come in and we'll go over some techniques. What Matt's going to do from the angle 1, and we're just going to just remember how to ride. Now there's going to be a long mentality, long range of riding, and medium range, where you're going to start incorporating your left hand, your checking hand. We're going to do nothing but long range for now. He's going to attack me from 5 different angles, maybe 7 different angles. First one's 1, I form a forearm, I ride, palm down, and I slash. Okay? So for number 1, stay there. 1, slash. Okay? He's going to go to number 2, which is my leg. Now he's going to attack backhand to this leg. Okay? So when he does this, I'm going to step out because my leg's in the way, and then slash. Now when he does this, if I want to control this knife hand, I go on top, hold, slash from there. Number 3 will be attacking on this side of the knee, and I go move my leg out, slash. Now you need to move your leg out only because this is the do's and don'ts. If he comes this way and you don't move your leg out, he cuts you. And this is also to keep you honest and keep you from being lazy, is just move the leg and acknowledging that the weapon is an extension. It could also cut you if you don't move. And if you want to practice this, it's just a matter of doing this. Just learn to move it at the same time, but you could also replace it so that you don't lose the distance. Okay, he's going to go number 4, the tempo backhand. Here's number 4. Anytime I go here, I always grab. so I don't leave the blade out, so he can't do any counters. And then number 5 will be drop and slash. Now number 5, you've got a couple of choices. People like to go circular. And if he's at full speed and he goes full speed on me and I go circular, it's a matter of timing for me. Now, I'd rather not do timing. I'd rather demand a technique. So I'd rather just drop on him with my forearm. So I stop his motion. So he comes in forward, drop, ride, and slash. Now he's going to go backhand to the elbow. Right here, catch, ride, slash. And he's going to go to this side of the elbow, ride, slash. Okay. That's long range. Now we're going to incorporate the left hand. It's going to be checking. What I'm going to be checking is his elbow. So when he comes with the number 1, ride, check, thrust. Now you could do different things. A lot of people like to use their hands here. I also like to use the forearm because it's more surface and he can't counter me as well. And I can put the energy back to him. So when I go right here, if you notice, I have an opening here. Now he comes backhand to the knee. So he comes right here, 1, 2. He comes number 3, 1, check. Number 4, backhand, tempo. 1, grab, slash. Number 5 thrust. Number 5, 1, 2, check. Number 6, 1, 2. And then number 7, 1, check, go. Okay, that's it. Just remember, right now I'm building a foundation, so be patient with me. Right now I'm giving you the writing and writing check, and the next part of this program I am going to go over cruzada. Then after I'm going to mix and match them. So you have the ability of using writing, mix it, and cruzada, and then do a final finish. Now this part of the program I am going to introduce cruzada. What cruzada means, it's a parry and a slash. When Alan attacks me with the number 1 angle, I'm going to go from here and take a cruzada. If you notice, my footwork is to evade and do either triangle out, and when I parry, I'm taking a limb and I'm just passing it really fast. Okay. 1, for number 1, I'll do an open cruzada. For number 2, there is a closed cruzada. So he comes backhand. Again, I move my leg out and there's closed cruzada. You could do from anywhere from forearm here. You could do anywhere from the tricep here. And you could do anywhere from a face shot here. Now in number 3, remember, anytime he attacks low line, your leg's in the way, you want to get your leg out and do a cruzada open, go to the bicep. Now, just to give you a mentality, I'd like you to train open and close on each number. So if he came in with the number 3, I'm going to do a close position. I'm going to stop it and do it from here too. So your mentality isn't just you narrowed yourself only to one technique. You have both techniques. It's either open or close. Number 4, you can come up this way, 1. You could come under it this way. You can go open position this way. And if it's open, you got to stop it really because it's in motion to you. So you go this way. Now number 5, when he comes thrusting to you, step off line of attack. He's coming straight to you. If you don't step off line and you try to do this, his energy might be fast, it might be direct and heavy and just wants to impale you with this knife, so you need to step off line as fast as you can. So try to triangle out or step to the sides. So I'll go to this side too. He comes with the 5, I still get him. And I'm still safe. Okay. Number 6 will be to the elbows. And it depends on his line of attack. If it's low, you can go here and cut down. Again, here, cut. If you find yourself he's a little bit high coming backhand, cut down 12 right here. I didn't throw it out. Okay, again. Throw it out. I'll do it. Go. Okay. Now if he comes from a forward hand, number 7, again, I'm going to stop, I'm going to parry, I'm going to go to the tricep up here. So if he comes in, it'll be 1, go. Okay, now if I go close position with him, again, I'm just going to stop in motion and just cut down as fast as I can and deal with this. You got to remember the mentality of the Filipinos weren't big men. So what they want to do is destroy the limb first, then get to the main body part. So what in actuality, once we go into medium range, what I want to do is any angle he decides to attack me with is take and then go into a main body part. Go for a final finish from there. What I've done, once I've destroyed this, his grip is gone. I've got down to the bone or cut flesh, and I take it from here. Now let me go ahead and give you a mix and match here. I'm going to have Alan go with the number 1. I'm going to go slow first, and then we'll pick up the speed. He's going to go with number 1, and I'm going to go cruzada, I ride, I stab, I ride, I jam, and I stab. So from here, it's going to look like this. Now let me go ahead and give you from another view. He comes on. I'm going to cruzada, cutting the forearm. I ride forearm to forearm, and I hold. I stab. I ride, only because I want to go to the other side, the outside, because his left hand is still I'm still vulnerable to his left hand. So once I go here, I push off. I get him on this side of the body. Anytime you get into a knife-to-knife situation, my mentality sometimes is you invite him to attack you first. Only because a screamer will work off someone's attack, a screamador. By keeping the blade down and looking lazy, looking vulnerable, and he thinks he could dominate by using the 1, I'm going to use what I call the fadeaway. I'm going to fade. But when I fade, I'm going to lean out and go palm up with my blade. I always think single-sided. Right now, this is a double-sided blade. So the single-sided side would be the bottom side. So when I go palm up, it'll be the blade side of a single. So Matt will come in. He'll feed me with the 1. I fade away, cut, jam, and get the stab in. Okay? When I do this, I'll go a little bit slower. We're going to go rising cut, come back with another cut, and I jam him with my forearm and get the stab in. Okay? I'll go full speed on this. Okay? One more time, go medium. Let me go ahead and give you from the other side. Now what I'm going to do is go incorporate the riding with a disarm. So Alan will attack with a thrust. I'm going to ride, slice. Now from here, I'm going to actually bend my hand this way so my forearm is against the side of the blade. Now when I pull push, I get a stab in from there. Okay. Now, in case Alan decides to slap my hand down or grab my hand, once I finish this, I cut and I stab, it goes here, I move on. So when Alan thrusts to me, I'm going to ride my forearm, grab it, the meat of the hand, slice, bend, and push. He'll check it, so I come around and slice from here. Full speed. Now I'm going to have a little fun. I'm going to have Matt attack me with saber grip, and I'm going to actually use ice pick. Now this is hooking, riding, and hooking at the same time. And this is when he comes in with either any strike he wants. I ride, I hook, I disarm. From here, I could go into anything I want from here. So Matt will attack, and again, I'll drop, demand to stop, cut, disarm it. From here, I could use this as a tool, hook this, switch hands, come around, extend his arm out, and also break the knee. If Matt should come backhand at me, I go hook it on top, ride it, come back for a stab, and if he even thinks about stopping me or even grab onto me, I just hook from here and go. Do it again. Hook, grab, boom, boom, go. So again, in the mentality of the stalemate, I did outside circle. We'll do it again where I hook, cut, come back to him, he's gonna grab me. And right here, he could do a full grip on me, and I could just outside circle, drop on him, and come back up. Now, in this part of the program, I'm gonna introduce kick and punch. I actually dissect people when I do long range to do pure knife, because it's what you gotta use in long range. It has a reach. When you incorporate the kick and punch at long range, you can't connect because he's just out of range on you. But medium range, you can now incorporate the kick and punch. And it's just the mentality of when to throw it and how to throw it and the rhythm. I'm gonna have Alan do all the kick and punches. And what his first thing we do is X, X, punch. So when I attack Alan, he's gonna go X, X, and then punch it in. Good. Do it again. X, X, punch. Okay? X, X, punch. Now from here, there's also a trick we do. We call it the U, X, punch. So what Alan's gonna do, in my mentality, is we're gonna clash. But Alan's gonna drop it under, so I pass my center line, then he's gonna dominate and then punch in. So, ready? So keep your hand folded. Okay, so when we attack each other, he's gonna drop a U, boom, and go. Do it again, ready, go. Good, go. And it's a little bit of a trick, but what it does, it gets me to do cross body, gets me cut here, and gets me a punch here. Okay. Ready? Okay. The next thing he's gonna do, we call this high, it's a fake, like 8, 9, 10, 11, those center of attack, those line of attacks. He's gonna go up and slash, and then punch. What he's doing is right here, his hips are being drawn out from medium range. So when he goes up this way, my peripheral vision will catch it. So it's out of line, then he goes slashes down, and then the punch comes in. So what he's getting me to do is draw my attention this way, but come back with his energy because his hips are being torqued back into me. So he goes up, boom, come, good. Go, 1, 2, good. Now you gotta remember, people, when they panic and they see the attack, and it's too late, they're either gonna fold, which is this, and Alan could still cut the center line, or he's gonna open, he goes up, and he opens, and he has to go deeper to the body now. Or they're just gonna stay there, and Alan has to pull back just a little, just to get to the limbs. Okay, so he's gonna go up and just get to the limbs, just like that. Okay, so we'll demo a little bit. Ready? Go. Good. Good. That's it. Good. Okay. Now, we're gonna go after kicks. When we incorporate kicks, we give a flurry of high line, X, X, and then kick. You don't want to go X right here, the first slash, and then try to kick when you're still cross body. You want the rhythm to go through, rhythm and the hips to go through. So if Alan attack me, X, 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 and he goes through with it. Good. Do it again. X, X, goes through. Now I'm going to incorporate the U, X, and then kick. 1, 2, 3. Good. 1, 2, 3. Good. Go. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to incorporate high line, slash down. Go. Go. 1, 2, 3. Good. Go. 1, 2, 3. Good. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Good. Now I'm going to give you a little bit of a drill, and I developed this, and it kind of helps me do counters, and also helps Alan know leverage and how to disarm at medium range. And we're just going to be light, not heavy grips and everything, but Alan's going to come in, and I'm actually just going to feed him one line, and Alan's going to take it from there, one-handed, just one hand grab. Okay, he's going to grab one hand. From here, I'm going to slap, and he's going to go here. From here, I switch hands. He goes here. From here, I go here. From here, 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 here. Now from here, it helps me because I get to use my stomach. For this, he comes in. I go here. Good. I go here, and he goes here. Now from here, I asked him to stop. I asked Alan to look, where's the disarm? All he has to do is put his elbow or his forearm against the blade, the side of my knife, and push forward. And he's got the disarm. There is no set pattern to this. That's the beauty of it. Once he comes in, he grabs. I go here, 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 here. Start using my knees. I start switching hands. He grabs it. Now I ask him for a disarm again. By doing this, where's his disarm? He could go from here and goes through with this hand. So I'm up here, go, and there's your disarm. You got to remember, once you're in this range, it becomes very, very dangerous. Anything could happen from here. I could hit him. I could grab here, go here, 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 and that's the danger part of it. So it becomes almost like spaghetti. But right here, once you start doing these drills, he could disarm it from here, only because he knows his leverage. This kind of gives you a shortcut on disarming. If he goes here, I switch hands. If I go here, here, I ask him now to disarm from a left-handed position. All he needs to do is go here, push, and that's it. Now what I'm about to show you is a technique for single-sided blades. Tanto style. Instead of the regular blade down, I'm going to ask you to go blade up. Okay? And then I'm going to have Matt come in and attack me from different angles, and he's going to have double-sided blade. It's just a matter of thinking of it this way. Put the two things together, your hand, your knife hand, and your empty hands, and use it this way. So you're not touching or wrapped around the blade. You're touching your fingers right on the side of the blade and your thumb on top. So to make better sense, we'll go over and show you. Once he attacks a 1, I parry on the wrist, thumbs on top, and crunch down, and throw from there. I'll go a little bit slower. Again, I'm inviting him in. 1, 2. Go. If you want to reverse the grip, he comes in, and you can stop under. You go here, here, and then throw. So, again, the blade is going up. And it's just a matter of putting the hands together. Just don't wrap it around the bladed side. On the fingertips, right on the side. Okay? Because 1 goes right here, 2, and we throw them from here. And the blade is actually cutting his wrist open. So he's coming from a number 2 attack to my leg. I go from here to here, in a tunnel, take him down. He's coming from a 2 attack again, from here to here, and I could bring it back to him. And because in number 3 on this side of the leg, all I need to do is stop it, put it together, get it on the wrist, spin him, take him down. If he comes from number 4 attack, the backhand, 1, I could go here on top, thumbs right here, and have him do a come along, and also have him do a pull-push into himself. From here, do a throw. And up here. Now, you don't have to use a knife with this if you don't want to. It could be just a straight stick, like a kubaton or something. But using this for blade, this technique is designed to cut the wrist. Okay, if he does a 5 to me, I go 1, 2. Do a 5 again. I go 1, 2 from here, and I just take. It becomes a backhand number 6 right here. I could stop, scoop from here, decide which way I want to go, and then drop them if I need to. Number 7 angle of attack will be towards this elbow. When he comes in, you can stop it, put the blade on him. Again, you got a beautiful wrist cut. Take it to this side of the shoulder, take him down. Now when this goes, you can let go and just cut from there. Disarm it and stab from there. So that's just to give you a mentality that your blade doesn't have to be always downward. It could be pointed up, and it's just a matter of putting the two hands together. Some of the do's and don'ts in this is putting it together, the timing. If he's fast, you gotta let him pass the cut, so move or stop. Stop the blade first, so you could now put it together. If he comes at me full speed, I'm gonna go here, then I go from here to here. So I'll let him commit, I'll let him pass, but once I stop it, then I just put it together. If he comes to number 1, right here, stop it, put it together, and that's it. All you're doing is putting the fingers together. Remember, do's and don'ts, don't wrap the blade, you'll end up cutting yourself. Put your fingertips right on the side, just like this. Put your thumb high up into the hand so you could crank the wrist. Look how I'm doing him right now, right here. I'm gonna go from here and take him down, and then bring it back up. I'm gonna give you a little demo of how it is to XX punch, XX kick. Alan's gonna be the kicker, he's gonna be the puncher, but I want you to hear the rhythm of it and now give you a chance to feel or anticipate what it is not to let the person breathe once you attack. I usually tell my students, I like to hear brah, brah, and it's XX kick, that means brah, go. All three things are supposed to be explosive and within rhythm. So Alan's gonna keep on going for a few seconds here for XX punch, then he's gonna go to XX kick. A few times on the punches, Alan, XX. Time, right? As you notice, I'm using the rubber knife from Century, and we'll also put this piece on and chalk it. And it helps us know whether Alan's getting vital parts of Bob here. And if you see all the slashes coming in. What I like to incorporate is the XX kick now. Alan's going to throw XX roundhouse kicks, and I like to hear brah, 1, 2, 3, brah, 1, 2, 3, brah, 1, 2, 3. This is not getting the person you're attacking recovery time. You're just putting out so much pressure on him. He's going to fold. He's going to make mistakes. He's going to run backwards. He's going to get squared up. He's going to leave his leg open, his ribs open, his head is open. So take advantage of those points. Alan? Great. As you can see here, I'm going to turn Bob around, and you see all the markings that the chalk did, which is a great eye-opener. Alan got him a few times even in the mouth, 1 slash on the head. He's got him on some throats, chest cavity, and this is reality. This is kind of a wake-up call for people. He didn't get any on the back, So I got to work with Ellen on that one too. This one technique, I could testify to this because I had to use it one time. And what I was looking for when the guy dominated the cut, he passed the center line. He wasn't coming back fast enough. It was only because it was a telegraphic cut and it passed. So when I'm going to have Matt come in, and look at the way I'm set up. Usually I'm this way. I'm going to switch my legs this way, so my opposite leg is the lead leg. So when Matt comes slashing, I pull back and I take. Now this is just dropping and doing a spinning kick on the ground. Now for this, when he slashes, you could even parry it, you could fade away, but just to let you know, when you fade away, you're out of range, you could drop down and do a quick spin. So when he comes in 1, 2, and then finish from here. One of the things I want to cover in a proper way of going inside and outside, or staying outside, is palm up, palm down grip. Now, this is a medium range when he comes for an attack. When he comes here, palm up, palm down. Only because if he pulls, you can stay with him. If you pull, you could headbutt him. But the danger part about this is this left hand. You got to hurry up and get to this outside. And how do you do it without losing the grip? When you slide down, you go palm up, palm down this way. So when he punches, he doesn't have the reach on you. Okay? So again, if you end up on the inside, right about here, hurry up, go to the outside. Okay? Now from here, you could drop his intensity. The web of the hand will go under the nose, drop him down. Now, when I usually like to knock out people with my knees, I air them out first, 1 to the ribs, and then straight to the knee. Take out the knife hand. Okay. Now, how do you judge whether you have to go inside or outside? The do's and don'ts on this. If his line is coming straight to this side of my body, I'm going to go inside. If it's coming this side of my body more, I'm going to go to the outside. If it's coming up the middle, don't think, just do. By the time you thought about it, he's already stabbed you. So it's just getting familiar with the lines of his energy. So if he comes in, and I thought I needed to go to the outside. Now, if I wanted to, I could add a little bit treachery into this and pull for a headbutt. From here, I could check. I didn't do some of the takedowns I've done before. Okay. And some of the other things we could do also is when we go for a takedown, is when we go in, I'm going to go for forearm to forearm, right here, and watch his level. He's going to be nice and standing. Once I incorporate this, he's going to drop. Okay. Now add that with footwork and half circle. This leg will be half circle with the energy down. It'll be. Let's go ahead and do a medium range attack. And I'm going to be empty-handed. Now, Matt's going to come in. And again, I'm going to go into palm up, palm down. So when he attacks, I'm going to go palm up, palm down, outside. I'm going to abandon this hand and put this right here. So I'm going to go forearm against him, hit. 1, 2, 3. And then go into a lock. What I'm going to do is have Matt attack me. I'm going to do a double hand grab. Then I'm going to abandon and put my 2 forearms together. So when he comes in, it's grab, forearm against a knife, disarm it, punch, elbow, palm up, and then drop. Okay. Boom! Boom! Do it again. Yeah, I'm good. Do it again. Boom! 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 Let's have a little fun on a drill. I'm gonna have Alan come in. He's gonna be giving me 7 angles of attack. So this is gonna help my cruzada. Remember this, passing and cutting. When I do this, cruzada, I'm gonna stab back to him and he's gonna check me with this hand. And you're gonna see, we haven't done this in a while, so he's gonna be natural with it. And you are too, because it's reaction time and energy. So when he comes in, 1, he stopped it. Number 2, he stops it. Number 3, he stops it. Number 4, he stops it. Number 5, number 6, number 7. Okay. What he's anticipating is the attack and where the angle is coming from. So if he knows it's cruzada here, he knows it's got to come back from a backhand, and he's going to stop it. If he's coming here, and I do this, he knows it's going to come forward. If it's coming here, he knows it's going to come backhand. If it's coming here, he knows it's going to come straight line. If it comes here, so what you're doing is actually helping each other. He's helping me do my cruzada by cutting and my passing, and I'm helping him do his checking, stopping in motion. So the drill looks like this, a little bit faster pace. 1. Let's say you're single-sided and you haven't been a very good practitioner by not using this as a virgin blade. That's the only way I could put it sometimes. You gotta remember, when you have a blade for self-defense, you don't use it for anything else but your life. So you gotta have a secondary blade to cut boxes, cut rope, whatever, utility. This is the blade that doesn't use anything else, just to protect yourself. But in case you do have no choice, and this is dull, we're gonna add a little oomph into it. Let's say Alan's wearing a heavy leather jacket, he's got a sweatshirt under, t-shirt, and the blade's not going through. When Alan attacks with the 1, I stop it, and then that doesn't even graze him. I go to this line, to his body, put my hand behind it, and add a down cut. Now Alan definitely feels that raining down his body, and it's not a good thing. So I'm going to turn him around about here and show you what I mean by this. He goes for a cut, I block it. Now look at this, the line I go down here is straight down, and I'll add some oomph into this, going straight down his line. Now to make sure he can't punch me, I'm going to go stop, down, cut. When we do this, this is known as a sombrado or even a roof block. When we go to this line, only because this might be punch, that this is cutting bicep and stopping at the same time. Okay? So it's 1, 2, 3. So I've blocked this, cut down the line, and then cut up into the bicep. Now I'm going to use this chalk knife, and I'm going to have Alan attack me. Once he comes in, I'm going to actually block, and I probably didn't get a cut on him, only because my blade was dull. But now I definitely need to cut going downward, so I'm going to back it up with this hand and cut downward. If he punches, I'm going to do a sombrado cut, which is known as a roof block. And this is cutting upward into the bicep. Let me show the lines. So we got the block, downward cut, and an upward cut from here. Now remember, you use this technique when your blade is dull and then he's wearing heavy clothing, and you've got no choice but to add a little bit more energy into it. Sometimes this won't do it, but this will. And you could just put your weight into it and put your arm power into it also. It'll get through leather, whatever it needs to get through at the time. I'd like to thank my training partners, Alan and Matthew. And I'd also like to thank Century for letting me use their equipment, their training equipment, which I feel is very safe and very practical to use. This rubber knife in itself is a great tool because we can now go sparring, chalking, and show more cuts rather than just hitting each other and not being sometimes honest with each other. And in the heat of battle, speed, the chalk will reveal where you're cutting. In the back, sometimes you don't even know it. So these are great tools to have. And again, respect your training partners, and I thank you.